Kendra Onixxx. Kendra Onixxx. Kendra Onixxx!
Bitch, I heard you the first motherfucking time. I'm Kendra Onixxx.
And I'm Gia Ferrari, and you're watching the Boulet Brothers Dragula Season 3, Episode 3, BOUview! Mama! Kendra's back, you guys. Finally, I missed your black ass. Oh,
shit.
How have you been, girl? How was Alaska?
Alaska was great. I made a lot of money. Met a lot of people, and I'm glad to be back in the land of the undead.
I'm excited to have you back, girl. It is not easy to film by myself and try to be entertaining for.
But you've been doing good.
Girl,
people love you.
People love me, except that
people
one
finally
bitch,
know her name.
That one bitch in the comments that said I need work reviewing.
I'm still waiting for that elaboration.
Girl,
what's tea?
What's tea?
What's good?
So what are your thoughts on the season so far? You watched the 2 episodes.
I have.
Right? What do
Very
you think?
slowly because I was in Alaska, no reception, so it took me 5 hours to watch 1 episode.
But what do you think so far?
I think this season, the budget has obviously gone way up, and the diversity is unreal. So I think this season might be a little bit better than last season.
Okay.
By a smidget.
Well, let's get right into this episode, girl. Season 3, Episode 3, another Rock God challenge with a tattoo extermination. Did this bring back PTSD flashbacks?
I mean, it did. My tattoo is tingling as we speak. I like the simple fact that they're going to redo this episode all the time, so we already know what to expect. Episode 3 of any season.
Let's start off with that drama with Dahlia and with Maxie, Hollow, and Madeline.
In my opinion, I just feel like if you have something to say, at the end of the day, like Hollow said, there's 6 cameras around. Somebody's gonna hear you. So if you have something to say it. And if you're bold, big, bold about enough to say it, I'll say it to your face. Say it to my mother's face. What's good? But I just feel like Madeline should have never chimed in. That's supposed to be like her drag niece, grandfather, twice removed, down the street. You should have her back no matter what. And if you guys have a discrepancy, it's like, girl, let me talk to you when we in a room when they're not filming. You feel me?
Yeah, I do feel you. I feel Dahlia. I don't know. It's the drama. I like the drama, you know.
Everybody loves the drama.
But I feel, I don't know. It was just a whole lot going on. Madeline bringing up everything. I thought it was funny, though, how she was like, I would never, you know, I didn't want to say anything about you that's personal. And then in the talking head, she was like, it was about her sobriety.
And nobody knew it was about sobriety at all. But I mean, I do now. As we know, the main challenge is a rock performance with 2 teams. One led by Madeline Hatter and one led by Eva Destruction. And then the main floor show, instead of rock goddesses, like mine was, it is more of just a punk rock look. So let's go ahead and dive into the looks first.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about the performances.
All right.
So first up, we have my sis, Hollow Eve. And what did you think about her look?
I really liked it. She reminded me a lot of like, if you ever play like an RPG game and you have like your weak enemies, but then you have like your bigger, thicker enemies that take a lot more HP to kill.
Oh, girl.
That's what she reminded me of.
She's the one that you play in and you be like, this bitch is cheating!
Girl, no, I really liked her look. I really liked her prosthetics that she had around her eyes and her cheeks. It looked really captivating seeing her eyes and how like crazy and filthy she was. One thing that I think I would probably change about her costume was her giant neck piece was kind of obstructing her face a little bit. So I think she could have maybe made it smaller or just taken it out.
But I think that's like classic Hollow to have like the whole muff thing covering her face, because even in her talking head, she has a muff thing.
True.
Every time you see Hollow, she's gotta have a muff thing.
Under that, man.
No neck.
Ooh. So then we have Miss Louisiana Purchase, and what did you think of her?
I thought she literally looked like the slut backstage, just giving everybody doing off of her ass. She looked like a hoe.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. She looked really trashy, and I liked. The only thing is she had like her jacket on, and she had something written on the back.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell it said, but
I don't think anybody knew. I tried to watch it a couple times to see if it would be a little bit clearer.
Yeah, girl.
But it wasn't.
I don't know, but I like the hair. It was very 80s trashy, like you said.
Yeah, it was trashy glam rock. It was definitely trashy glam rock, and I loved it. And next we have the monster of a boy's dream, Yoska. So what did you think about her look?
Yoska. I've been saying Yoska.
She know what we talk about.
I'm not sure, but her look, I liked it, but I don't think, in my opinion, it really fit the Rock challenge. I think what she was doing was she had like these really big shoes that had like teeth, and I think I think her look was based off of that. Like she was doing the head part of the teeth or something.
It reminded me of like the ancient Chinese demons with the big mouth. So I get that, but once again, it was like a Kendra Onixxx season 2, looking around the room like, oh, I think I dropped the ball.
Oh my god. No, I feel like yours, because she has a very unique aesthetic. It's really great and really haunting. And I just feel it just like it didn't work for the vampire last episode. I didn't really think it worked so much for the Rock this episode. I think
it would have really been cool. She just stripped out all of that and then did like a Yovska paint, but like come out just regular.
That would have been cute.
It would have shocked everybody, guaranteed.
Dick out, wangs out. So then we have Eva Destruction, and what do you think?
I think she looked like Thing 1 and Thing 2. Oh. It was just a combination of the blue hair with the red jacket. And I mean, she showed a lot more of her body hair, like she said she was gonna do in the second episode. So I mean, cool. But it looked like Thing 1 and Thing 2 to me.
I see where you're coming from. I like the look.
Okay.
It wasn't like punk rock to me. It was more like pop rock, like Lady Gaga Born This Way era, maybe.
Kind of like Miley Cyrus to me.
Yeah, it was very pop rock. It wasn't punk.
It was good
or anything. It was good. She looked great.
She always looks great.
But you know, it
was a little less rock than a lot of the other girls.
Correct, Amundo.
So next we have Maxi Glamour, and what do you think about their look?
I thought they looked great. When they first came out, kind of reminded me of just Naomi Smalls a little bit. Just the way they were walking. I don't know, just the walk itself. But I thought the look was great. I don't really have too many comments on it.
I actually love their look. I thought this is probably the best that they've looked on the show so far. Like, it was a fully realized look. The shoulder pieces went with the hair. And I always love the way they draw their lips. And, I mean, they dug in their ass. Come on. I mean, girl. I wonder what that dollar smelled like.
Ooh, it smelled like Chinese food and donuts.
Like exclamation point?
Yes.
I forgot her name.
So then we have Landon Sider. What did you think of him?
I loved his look. The whole spinning of the guitar with the flares or whatever you want to call them on it. I thought that was so genius. I mean, they do it in the shows, but I guess he was like, you know what, I can't do it. Let me fabricate it.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, it was giving me very like Rob Zombie vibes and
very that.
Also Carmen Electra's ex, David Navarro.
Yes.
Girl.
No,
I don't know.
man.
It was like a mixture of them both. I don't know, but Landon looked so sexy.
There was literally nothing on his look that I could point out. Like, oh, I would have did that better. Or I would have did. There was nothing on that look.
It was good. The guitar, everything just came together. Landon, the first episode to me was, but everything after that, killing it.
I mean, I liked the first episode, but
we're on episode 3 now.
Ooh, girl, she got me. Okay, so next on the chopping block we have Dahlia Black. And how'd you feel about her look?
It reminded me of the season 2 challenge where they went to that festival and they had that's what it reminded me of.
It gave me more of the Mad Max theme than the Rock theme. I mean, I get it. I think it was like kind of gore inspired, kind of like Hollow's look. However, it was less Rock, more Thunderdome.
Yeah, it was a good look, but like you said, it wasn't really all that Rock. Maybe, I don't know. It was a good look. I did like that she didn't have her usual like titties on. She had her bare chest out. She looked good. She wasn't my favorite of the night.
No.
So then we have Miss Madeline Hatter, whom I'm cosplaying tonight. You guys didn't even notice.
Gia Lynn Hatter.
Ooh, what did you think of Miss Hatter?
I honestly, I mean, her look was put together, but it just reminded me of the girl that it's Halloween. I mean, it's October 1st. They're edgy. So they throw in a black leotard, some white contacts. They do Rihanna Disturbia, and they're Dragula.
She said Rihanna Disturbia.
That's honestly what it reminded me of. It was, I mean, there was nothing I could point out on it that was like, but it didn't look rock. It looked, I mean, like, if she was going for slut rock, what Louisiana Purchase did was slut rock to me. That was the girl that's waiting in the line to get in. Louisiana Purchase was backstage.
Yeah, like I've been saying week after week, Madeline is just, her looks, while they're great, it's like nothing about her looks has been wowing me this season.
I did like her vampire. It was really carnal.
Okay.
Is that a word?
Yeah, sure. Oi.
Sorry. So was that?
I don't know. This look, again, it was just, you know, the big red hair that she's known for. She had really, you know, nice, pretty drag makeup and had, like, black dripping from her eyes to edge it up. It just, I don't know. I think Madeline is great. She's a great performer. She gives great energy, but I don't know if I'm just a hater. I'm just not really.
Never that.
I'm really not feeling.
So don't even put that in the comments. We don't hate on nobody.
No, Madeline is great, and I love Madeline, but
she's great. I mean, this look just wasn't it. It wasn't the tea.
Sorry.
And finally, we have the Crimson Chin herself, Priscilla Chambers. So what'd you think about her?
I liked her look. It reminded me a lot of Louisiana's. You know, with like the 80s hair, the big 3-wig 80s hair that she got.
The big 3-wig stack 80s hair.
I thought it was a good look.
This one's a 3-stack 80s hair too.
She reminded me a lot of Thorgy Thor. I know I don't really like comparing queens, but that's what she reminded me of. But it was, I mean, I thought she did great. She looked beautiful. Again, it wasn't my favorite of the night, but she...
I felt like her and Louisiana Purchase were like two girlfriends. Louisiana was the one that's down to get on her knees, suck a couple and then Priscilla was like, oh yeah, girl, do it. I mean, you know, she's still slut rock to me, but I still have this thing with her that her pants are always an inch shorter than they need to be. Always.
I haven't really paid attention, but...
I have. Because I went home on this challenge, so I'm nitpicking everybody's body. How you doing?
So let's get into these performances now. So first up, we have Slag, who consisted of Eva, Dahlia, Maxi, and Priscilla.
Yes. I love this performance. I wish that Eva looked like this on the runway. Maxi looked so cute.
Maxi looked great.
And they worked in perfect unison.
Yeah.
It was like a band.
They looked cohesive and put together. Like you said, Maxi, they didn't really want to put on padding or anything like that. But they did.
Yes.
And they looked great. You know, sometimes you just have to go with something that you're not comfortable with. And you just do it for a competition. And they did it. They
did amazing. Yeah. They embodied the song.
Everybody. I think it was a fantastic job. I liked how Maxi got like upside down.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And they got upside down right at the right moment and did like the little pendulum thing.
Yeah.
Still playing the guitar.
It was a great.
It was nice. It was dope. And next we have Coven, which was Louisiana, Madeline, Hollow, Landon, and Yoska. So what did you think about their performance?
Okay, so first of all, when they were doing that blood ritual in the beginning, and they were like pricking themselves, but they weren't really, they were like, who's next? Like, they weren't really sure. I was like, right away I noticed Madeline looking around, and I was just like, what's going on? Like, you could tell right away that they didn't rehearse this. And then when they were performing, you know, I thought it was cute here and there. And then Madeline, she goes behind Hollow.
Yes.
And she pulls out these like needles that she has in her cheeks, in her mouth, because Hollow had told her to. Hollow told her to do it, but I guess what happened was Madeline took them out
early or late,
which nobody would have ever noticed. But Gagarooney,
oh girl,
Hollow stops mid-performance.
Literally says, "What are you doing?" as the pins are coming out. Walks off
and has like a meltdown. And I'm just, what did you think of that meltdown, girl?
Well, I know Hollow personally, and she's a very, very professional performer, but at the end of the day, none of us can really critique her walking off stage because none of us have performed with needles in our face and getting them taken out.
I get it. I don't know. I was just very gooped. I know it was more difficult because they had an extra member, so it was 5 of them instead of 4. And, you know, I've performed in a group before, and we performed as a duet before.
Oh, yes.
And
we won.
We sure did. But you know that it is difficult to work with other people.
It's difficult.
And especially if you can't go in there winging it. You have to have a plan for everything. And so I felt that Coven didn't have a plan, and
I felt Coven had a good idea, and they talked about it. It was like, oh, okay, we're gonna do this here, and then this there, and then that here. That works when you're by yourself.
Yeah.
But you have to anticipate and plan what everybody else is gonna do, where everybody else is gonna be at this time, and they failed to do that.
Yeah, and I felt Hollow. I mean, maybe she could have not stopped. I don't know. The whole team, we're just being shown.
Of course,
something.
we're just being shown a chopped and screwed version of what happened.
Yeah, but it was. I mean, I was still gagged. I was like, "What is she doing? Like, why?"
I loved it. I'm gonna be honest. When she was like, "I'm having a moment."
Oh my god!
I loved it. I was like, "Yes, girl, you have your moment." I mean, shit. We all have those points.
Yeah.
Where we need. Stop talking to me. Let me think for a minute. Give me a fucking second.
But you know what? She went back. And they kept performing, and they did the rest of the damn thing as best they could with the interruption.
I do just want to point out that Hollow's hair, it just looked like that plant that everybody's grandma got in their house.
Oh my god.
And it's always in the corner hanging. It's always in the corner hanging. Did her hair not look like that plant?
Exactly what you're talking about. If anybody knows the name to that plant, comment below. Alright, so the winning group ended up being Slag, which I think was very well deserved.
It was very, very well deserved. I mean, once again, a performer led a group to victory.
And that performer won the whole thing. Eva Destruction.
Yes.
She won. She was, I mean, I thought she did great both looks. I know you weren't really feeling her first look too much.
Hey.
But she did great. She did.
I don't even know what Rock looks like, apparently.
You went home, so.
So hey, who am I? But so this gives me a question. Bitch won the third challenge, and her team won. So do you think Eva Destruction is gonna win the whole thing?
I mean, it's too early to tell. You never know. People were writing Bitch off up until about halfway or more.
Up until actually the third episode, and everybody jumped on the bitch bandwagon.
I think that Eva is definitely a contender to make top 3.
She's definitely a contender to make top 3. So needless to say, Coven lost, which put the team in the bottom. They saved 2 right away. They saved Louisiana Purchase and Landon Cider.
Which I thought was good, because Landon did great in both his floor show and his performance. He had his actual titties out.
I know!
With the dick hanging. It was, Landon did great, Louisiana did great.
I thought Louisiana looked like a slut from beginning to end, and I loved it. So I thought those 2 were the correct choice for that team to be safe.
And the bottom 3 ended up being Madeline, Yoska, and Hollow.
Yes.
Do you agree with that bottom?
I do, 100%. The captain goes down with the ship, Madeline. Hollow walked off the stage. Sorry. And Yoska was really unmemorable. Yeah. She was not memorable at all.
She kind of looked like a little scarecrow.
She looked like Meat from season 4 of American Horror Story. That was Meat's. That was Meat's older sister.
So for their extermination challenge, they had to get tattoos, which is the same extermination that sent Joe ass home last season.
I still got it though. What's tea?
Oh. And so the twist this season though was that somebody else that was in the bottom with them got to choose their tattoo for them, and they couldn't see what the tattoo was until it was finished on their skin and permanent forever.
Ever.
So they got, I mean, and they were I like the tattoos this season. They were
iconic lines from past seasons.
So they had James, they had Bitch and Abora. I'm sure they probably
I saw Vander on the thing.
I saw Vander. We didn't see the quote. I wonder what quote they would have used for you. Probably put some titties on, bitch, or something.
Or plenty of grass to roll around in.
Or Monique probably would have had like
I can't look up. Victoria would have had
nothing. They all ended up getting tattooed. Nobody chickened out.
Nobody pussied out.
So at the end of the day, it was down to performance and floor show. And unfortunately for Yoska, this week she is the bitch that got the chop.
Sorry, girl. I mean, I definitely wanted to see more from her. She's so unique. She doesn't do conventional drag.
Yeah.
So I definitely wanted to see Yoska morphed into all these different challenges.
Yeah, I was a big Yoska fan from when Meet the Monsters first came out, because she has very unique avant-garde looks.
Very unique.
But unfortunately, 2 weeks in a row, she kind of flubbed it, and so it was time for her to go. She ended up getting killed. I thought her death was
Her death was really cool.
So she got stabbed in the head with like the top of a guitar that was broken, and she died.
Straight to the skull. Reminds me of Slasher. Have you seen? I'm sure you haven't seen
I
it.
haven't.
It's on Netflix. Watch it. It's really good. But I really like how this season they're doing the exterminations based on pretty much what you were wearing or that night.
With the challenge. It actually looks like it was later that night. So that was the episode. Kendra, I'm so happy that you're finally back. My queen, my bitch, my sister.
I'm glad to be back. I missed your ass too. You've been doing so good. You've been killing the BOUviews. Everyone's loving it, and we really appreciate you guys that stick to the end of the tape.
Yeah, if you're watching now, comment below Hooba Looba, Mooba, Chuba, and I will send you a personalized heart.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Make sure you click the little bell wherever David decides to put it. So you guys will get notified whenever we upload some.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Miss Gia Ferrari.
And at Kendra Onixxx.
And we will see you guys next week.
Bye!